Joining us now is Ojinika Okpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinx.
Let's make it louder. Good morning. Great morning to you, Great Malabite. Great Malabite. You know I said Great Malabite twice, and you guys will know the reason why I'm calling this man the Great Malabite. He's shaking his head. Good morning, Ayo. How are you this morning? You're a very serious woman. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Well, thank you.
Good morning, Rufai. How are you?
How did I get around very violent?
I mean, I don't understand this. I don't understand this. No, I'm not. Okay, let's be serious, guys.
Wearing red.
Guess what? So is it today that is the match?
Yes.
Today is the match between our Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Bafana of South Africa. And we are continuing on our poll. If you can go to arise.tv, please vote. Who will win the AFCON 2023? Is it Nigeria, South Africa, Congo, or Ivory Coast? And of course, I've already gone. Right now, people are voting, and Nigeria is in the lead. So please go on our website. Nigeria is leading by 90%, of course. Yeah. Of course. Of course. Yes. No, now we just want interaction on our social media. Let us hear what Nigerians are thinking. Of course, we want what.
I'm not voting.
No problem.
When you announce prizes.
All right. So let me announce the prize for only Dr. Abassi. Pepper soup and jollof rice. On me.
That would be a good one.
For the next 21 days.
Rufai, I need to breathe. I know I laugh too much. I need to breathe. Relax, Rufai.
Soup and jollof rice for the next 21 days.
So I heard you guys earlier were discussing sexual intercourse on television.
21
don't
days.
Get how you're excited.
No, she's going to get excited. Don't worry. We're ready for Ayo this morning.
We're ready for Ayo.
We're ready for Ayo.
Wow.
Because some women in Port Harcourt, River State, took to the streets on Monday to decry the incessant state of power supply, which has left them in darkness. Mostly at night. The women say their husbands don't touch them at night due to heat. Let's take a look. No more intercourse. Sim Fubara, this is a serious situation. Federal government, this is a serious situation for our women. Because, earlier this week, that video was trending because, of course, it's World Cancer Day. And the doctor was advising men, Rufai, Dr. Abati, to have sexual intercourse at least 21 times to prevent prostate cancer. 21 times in a month. To prevent prostate cancer. Let's pull up that video before we come back for a discussion.
It's a concept in physiology. If you don't use it, you lose it. Okay. The only form of exercise your prostate gland gets is during erection, and that erection comes with sexual activity. Okay. So the study is abundantly clear that a man in healthy shape should be able to have sexual interaction 21 times a month.
21 times
a month to avoid prostate issues, prostate cancer or cardiovascular issues. If you don't exercise the gland, it swells on you. It becomes enlarged. When it becomes enlarged, that is a precursor to cancer. So yes, you have a beautiful wife. Do whatever it takes to please that woman so she can give it to you 21 times a month.
I also heard that he was recommending side chicks. Dr. Abati.
No, I think this tape should be played every day. Every day, this tape should be played, for purposes of public education, because men are being told now that the most important form of exercise for healthy living is bedroom activity, 21 times. And he just made the point that if you don't use it, you lose it.
Of course.
So an erectile dysfunction is a major problem for many men. So what this medical doctor is telling us, he's a professional. So we should listen to him. Is that if you don't use it, you can have erectile dysfunction, and then you can have problems of a prostate.
Even cardiovascular.
Even your heart may not beat well. So bachelors like Rufai,
yes,
should play this
tape every day.
Look at how excited
and follow their advice
every day.
And now to come back to the women of Portharcourt.
Yes.
I don't know why you mentioned Sim Fubara in the matter.
It's River State now. He can probably help them.
Are you saying that the state government should begin to pry into bedroom affairs?
Why not? Well, he was.
Sim Fubara has enough problems.
He gave her 100,000 naira during Christmas, right? Some sort of palliative. This is serious. You know they recharge electricity and all of that. Maybe just go to their aid.
You see the husbands of Portharcourt.
Yes.
The husbands of these women who have taken their matter to the public domain. I think, they should advise their husbands that whether there is light or no light, they should avoid heart disease, they should avoid prostate, they should avoid erectile dysfunction, they should prevent a situation where something will die below their waist by making sure that they defy the problem of lack of electricity supply and do what they are supposed to do.
That's
and again, this is what we're saying about food insecurity in this country.
Oh my God.
They are rioting because of food in Kano. They are protesting because of food in Mina. The women of Portharcourt are also protesting because of bedroom food.
Yes.
Because this is also food of a type.
Food of the spirit.
When daddy leaves the dining table, consuming physical food, he is expected to go and provide food also, in the other room.
Food of the spirit.
So these are very serious national problems. Stop giggling. Stop laughing. This is a very serious matter, which can cause domestic tension.
Yes, in a
domestic problems.
Very serious.
Separation of couples. I don't envy President Tinubu. He has a lot to worry about. From food in the bedroom to food on people's tables. I will not advise that President Tinubu should declare a national emergency on this protest by women who say that their husbands come home and they say because of heat they cannot engage in this 21 times exercise that learned knowledgeable doctor has recommended. The investigation, however, that the wives of Portharcourt, the women of Portharcourt can embark upon is to find out whether indeed the lack of electricity is a major cause of the indolence of their husbands in the bedroom.
But that's what they are saying. It's not comfortable
there may
for
be
them.
other remote causes that they may not be aware of. Because that doctor even talked about side chicks.
Yes.
So this may be...
So they should be
it's
careful.
a complex subject.
Right.
Which will require further investigation.
Dr. Abassi.
It's very important. Like Dr. Abassi said, you see a lot of people, the way they behave in Lagos, the way they drive in traffic and all of that. You know that their cardiology is not good.
Yes.
So they need to take the 21-day pill for their cardio, for every part of their body. You see, a lot of people are frustrated. They need to calm down.
Absolutely.
And what can help them calm down is the 21-day
So
pill. So please, wives, give your husband the 21-day pill. Ayo, don't look at me as I'm saying it.
Ayo is looking at you. And Ayo, heat or not, they should have sex. That's what Dr. Abassi is recommending to prevent prostate cancer. I had a guest on the show.
Even for your mental health.
Go ahead.
You need to provide empirical data.
With
regards to... You need to fact check that.
A starved woman and mental health is affected.
Okay.
There are too much data to prove the correlation. No, I'm not joking.
No. But let me just
There's too
say
much data to prove the correlation. I'm serious now.
Hell has no fury.
Okay, go
like
ahead.
a woman scorned.
Absolutely.
The women of Portharcourt have been scorned.
Yes.
And the scorners are Portharcourt electricity distribution.
Yes, that's what I was just saying.
They said that businesses are being affected.
I
Yes.
want to take a quotation. That's when you scorn a woman.
Hell has no fury.
Is that from experience?
Have you been scorned?
Can we let Ayo speak?
Have you been scorned?
They've complained about the effect on their businesses.
Yes.
They've complained about the effect on wastages of food. Now they've touched a very sore spot, and that is why they felt the need to go out with placards. That you can touch our businesses, you can touch our food, do not touch
our beds.
Correct. Please, this is a plea. Those women should just go out there and find a way to sort themselves out. because whether you like it or
find a way.
Yes. I asked the governor to help out. Didn't I just say that? I said that. Doctor, but that's why I said that. You heard me clearly.
Bring back the lights.
Find a way to sort this out. Because the doctor is recommending side chicks. And I don't think that you want that. I don't think
we recommend two individuals in the union of a marriage to go ahead and multiply.
Wait, so women of Port Harcourt, take Dr. Abassi's advice. Hit or not, have sex 21 times with your husband. Well, all right, let's continue on what's trending. For national peace, absolutely. Let's continue on what's trending then. They will not let me continue the show. I'm sure our viewers are excited. Well, let's continue on what's trending. With reactions to statements made by the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Yemi Cardoso, who on Tuesday, while explaining the reasons behind the depreciation of the Naira, said the demand for foreign exchange for education and healthcare amounting to $40 billion over the past decade significantly eroded the strength of the Naira. Cardoso spoke when he appeared before plenary of the House of Representatives.
Looking at the demand side of the exchange rate, it's important to note the growing number of Nigerian students studying abroad. In 1980s and 1990s, the need for US dollars for their living expenses was minimal. However, recent data shows a significant change. According to UNESCO's Institute of Statistics, the number of Nigerian students abroad increased from less than 15,000 in 1998 to over 71,000 in 2015. It is crucial to highlight that between 2010 and 2020, foreign education expenses amounted to a substantial $28.65 billion, as per the CBN's publicly available balance of payments statistics. Similarly, medical treatment abroad has incurred around $11 billion in costs during the same period. Consequently, over the past decade, foreign exchange demand for education and healthcare has totaled nearly $40 billion. Notably, this amount surpasses the total foreign exchange reserves of the CBN.
All right, Yemi Cardoso has quoted these statistics for transparency in the demand and supply of foreign exchange. But obviously, Nigerians have, said that he's, blaming the fact that, $40 billion have been used in over 10 years by, for education and the health sector. Well, let me pull up a tweet from user Spotlight Abe, who posted a video where Peter Obi talked about how brain drain can be an economic gain with the caption, Yemi Cardoso conveniently told a single story today by trying to blame Nigerians studying abroad for Naira depreciation when they themselves have zero frugality, zero consideration, and zero commitment to cutting costs of governance. He also forgot how much foreign remittances these same people make into the economy.
Everywhere in the world where there's been a brain drain, actually, if they do the right thing, you know what will happen? All those brain drain, I tell them, they will be brain gain. Because they will be the first investors to come back when I and Daddy start turning around here. They will come back with their investment. The first foreign investor you attract in any country is people who have left from your system, who have made money abroad. When they now see opportunity here, they will come back. Like I always say, when people go but that's what remittances, I said we'll double it. How are we going to double it? When we produce a conducive environment for them to bring more money. Today they are remitting only 5% of their income. They will remit 10 to 20. So they start coming back to invest here. It is more conducive. They start coming back for holidays and everything. And we'll do that. So brain drain will be brain gain in the future. Watch it happen.
All right. We also talked about the fact that, we're not even getting foreign exchange into the country because we don't have schools that, can attract those foreign exchange. It's really all about our reserves at this point. But, Nigerians are still talking. Let me take another tweet from Nigeria Election Police, who wrote, "They know how to analyze and read numbers, but what lesson are we learning from it all? That's a total of 51 billion that could be in Nigeria if only we invested in a good healthcare system and good schools. Imagine the difference that Tinubu and APC administration could have made in 8 months by investing in those two sectors rather than spending billions on SUVs for legislators. And now imagine how having steady electricity would help those two sectors. I mean, I really liked that tweet earlier this week. Ayo, we did take that story about the Herbert Wigwe University, or the Wigwe University charging in dollars, and this is, you know, the foreigners coming in to Nigeria and they will be paying in dollars. Hopefully that will help as well.
Yes, that should help. Thank you. And this has been said a number of times. We looked back at history and how attractive our education system was, such that we attracted people from around the world who sought for Nigeria for their education, you know, for quality education. And the fact that if you obtained a degree from overseas, it was seen as you couldn't get, you know, you were not able to get into a Nigerian university. When we talk about universities like University of Ibadan, Ife, as they call Great Ife, Great now Obafemi Awolowo University, University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and so many others like that. We attracted not just students, but also faculty, quality faculty from around the world. However, I do think there's a very salient point in what Mr. Peter Obi said in that interview. And I alluded to that point earlier on with regards to the fact that we can turn around this Japa syndrome, whereby we're having a lot of Nigerians going abroad.
Yes.
By making it attractive for them to come back. Why would a Nigerian who's gone abroad, yes, we already talk about the fact that we should make our education system better and build institutions so that people would rather stay here than take our money abroad. But even very important is, how do we attract those talents back home?
Yes.
So they've gone abroad. They've gone to some of the best schools in the world. They've gained experience, gained knowledge, been exposed to, global talents from all around the world. How do we make, there was a time, I think about 10 years ago, when there was a syndrome, a huge syndrome of Nigerians coming back, young people coming to set up businesses, small businesses, and we're thriving. But unfortunately, the environment, the climate is not friendly anymore. So that's perhaps something we can look at. Well, we've complained about Japa enough. Let's see how we can get our Japa, or people who've lived abroad for many years, to Jakpada, as they say, to come back home and build the nation based on the skills and talents they've gotten abroad. I do hope we'll fix the education system and healthcare system.
Well said, Ayo. We'll take another story. The Kogi State government has accused the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission of desperately trying to tarnish the image of Yahaya Bello, the former governor of the state. The state government said the EFCC, in an amended charge before the court, included Bello's name and accused him of diverting state funds to the tune of 80 billion naira in September 2015. The commission also claimed that Bello is at large. Kingsley Fanwo, the state's commissioner for information, described the claims as ridiculous and laughable, as Yahaya Bello only became governor of the state in 2016 and could not have conspired with anyone in the government house to divert funds. He further described the EFCC as an agency infested with persons whose intents disagree with the noble intention of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to defeat corruption in Nigeria. I mean, what can I say? When I saw this story, I was like, now, wow, this type of accusation and allegation, apparently the person that was supposed to be, investigated had a Bello in his name, and they, called Yahaya Bello. I mean, the case is still in court or whatever it is, but it just goes to show the, the level of, what sort of transparency is this agency coming up with at this point? But in the meantime, a video that has since gone viral showed the newly inaugurated governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, allegedly ordering political stakeholders in the ruling All Progressives Congress to prioritize the authority of his predecessor, Yahaya Bello. In the event, he gives an order that conflicts with that of Bello's. Let's take a look. Well, all right, this story has been out there. There was another story that was trending about office of the former governor, which the Kogi state, has debunked at this point. But this video has been out there for about a week and a half now, and we haven't heard anything from the, the newly inaugurated governor saying that he did not order anybody to, obey the governor's, his predecessor's orders. I mean, they said that he made this video because he didn't want the situation that happened in Rivers State to happen in Kogi State. That's the story that they're saying.
What do you expect?
There's even a picture I saw, him kneeling down for Yaya Bello. Did you see that picture?
What do you expect? It's a new reign of godfatherocracy.
Yeah.
It didn't start today. It started many years ago. In fact, even the elections in the late 70s, people had godfathers. And even, I think one you remember very closely, the case of Adedapo in your state. And you've constantly had godfathers here and there. And we all remember what the case is in Lagos. For all these years, how one man used to be the person that used to ensure who becomes next governor in Lagos. So he dares not. He wants to challenge the white lion? No, he can't challenge the white lion. Who born him? Nobody born and where to challenge the white lion.
But that was what happened in Rivers State. There were people saying, I don't challenge Wike.
So that's the kind of system we have built.
Absolutely.
A system. And that's why when somebody came here yesterday, I was talking about Rivers State. I said, we are fighting for the interest of people of Rivers State. I said, you gave up yourself long ago the day you allowed one man to be able to rule over the destiny of your state. So I'm not surprised. I mean, would Ododo be able to get in there without Yaya Bello? So how would you not say listen to him, pay obeisance to him and all of that? It's still going to be a third. So, but these people do it, because knowing that they can easily get a third term, because you're not giving them the right for a third term, but they can get a third term if they put their proxies in there. And they get away with it because the people also aid and abet them. Because there's a lot of vote buying, we cannot challenge the electoral process properly. This man gets his person in there. So he will act like God. So what do you expect? Yeah, they've debunked office of the governor and everything. But like they debunk, they don't debunk. The truth is, things will still pretty much work as clockwork, like it is an office there.
Right.
And it will still wield a lot of influence there. That's the way politics work in Nigeria.
Godfatherism needs to end.
It needs to end. It's still a case of a Okpe somewhere.
All right.
Except we break the cycle of Okpe, they will not be able to solve all the problems. You see, the biggest problem with Nigeria, women are protesting that there's no light in Port Harcourt and everything. Self-interest. Self-interest. There are a lot of people that are feeding fat for this country that they know that they ought not to be there. All
right. Well said, Rufai. Let's take our final story. Well, the Department of International Relations and Cooperation in South Africa has responded to the advisory issued by the High Commission of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in Pretoria, warning Nigerians not to celebrate excessively in the event the Super Eagles defeats the Bafana Bafana today at the ongoing AFCON Games in Ivory Coast. Diko wrote, the advisory is regrettable as it seems to create alarm and unnecessary tension between South African citizens and Nigerians living in or visiting SA. The South African national football team, Bafana Bafana, has played against their Nigerian counterparts, the Super Eagles, on many occasions, and there has been no history of soccer hooliganism among South Africans associated with the outcome of such encounters. I think that this Diko's tweet puts, that this whole charade to bed at this point. I thought that it was very responsible for them to respond in this manner. I mean,
well, international diplomacy is based on the principle of tit for tat. You do me, I do you. So if you issue a statement about South Africa, you cannot say the South Africans should not speak back. The Department of International Relations and Cooperation of South Africa in Pretoria has as its objective the protection of South African values and interests, African Renaissance, and a better world for all. So their primary job in that department is to promote South African interests and values. And what they've done is simply to tell the Nigerian High Commission that, look, South African people are peaceful people, and that the Nigerian High Commission is just, stoking tension unnecessarily by talking about possible conflict between Nigerians and South Africans. So they've done their job.
Absolutely.
The High Commission has done its own job. It's part of its responsibility to offer advisory to Nigerians in South Africa, protecting also Nigerian interests. So each country protecting its own interests. But the matter will be settled today. Today, not today.
Fantastic. Absolutely.
When we go to Buaki to face the South Africans. Now, at the African Cup of Nations, Nigeria has a record of having beaten them 3 times. In 2000, in 2004, and also in 2019.
Yes.
In fact, in 2004, we gave them 4-0.
Yes.
Today is the 4th encounter. Nigeria looking for the 4th trophy at AFCON. We beat South Africa the 4th time. All of us are involved in this matter. I will sit in front of the television. I'll be doing like this. Trying to help Adebayo Lukman and Victor Osimhen and who is that good striker again? Yes, Adebayo Lukman, Victor Osimhen.
And all of them. All of them. Absolutely.
So I will see what happens.
Yes.
Nigeria will triumph.
Absolutely. We are wishing them.
The matter will be settled.
Yes, we are wishing them good luck today. Dr. Yes, I hope you will be doing that with your pepper soup and jollof rice by your side. Well, our viewers, please log on to our polls and vote at arise.tv and on our Twitter handle at Arise TV. Nigeria shall triumph. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.